Well, there you go. Mama VZ is here.
Finally, it's a Friday.
It is, isn't it? Oh,
Yeah.
gosh. Do you know, this week, it's been enjoyable, but for the first time, I'm kind of glad that we're winding down,
Same
you know?
Here.
It's been a long one.
Yeah, yesterday was fun.
It was, wasn't it? Yes, we were up to no
Yeah.
good somewhere. We'll tell you about it later. But yes, yesterday was pretty good, wasn't it?
Okay, so now somebody will get the wrong impression, like, you know. Okay, yeah, well,
You
let's
started it.
let's leave it like that.
Me, I wasn't going to say anything. You.
Okay, let's do traffic.
Yeah.
I beg, let's do traffic. Let's
All
take
right. The what? The pressure of you.
Like I'm tensed right now.
All right, Ring Road Central is a good place to start. Let's see what's happening there. Yeah, as you would expect at this time of the day, it's moving. Perhaps a little bit heavier than it was this time yesterday, but at the very least, on the lane that leads towards Circle, it looks quite civil. Everyone is speeding along nicely, under the speed limit, I hope, and hopefully should get to their destinations without too much worry. In the other direction, yeah, it's pretty smooth as well. Nothing more than traffic lights perhaps impeding progress, but even then, it's still fairly smooth. Yeah, looks good. Okay. Right then, let's do another one. Where should we go, I wonder?
Well, we have the Harbour Road and then we have Tetekwashi, and I know we'll do the airports.
Yeah. Okay, so let's start with Harbour Road,
Yes.
right? Okay. So again, not a strange image, but the traffic around the roundabout is a lot slower, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot slower than it was yesterday. Today's Friday.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Although those who are exiting, well, I think they'll be fine because it doesn't look too bad for them. Yeah. So yeah, that's the big motorway roundabout, looking like it would on a Friday, I guess. Yeah, okay. Next destination.
So what, 6:40 if you're not home, no, if you're about
If you haven't
leaving,
left,
I think
yeah.
you have to leave. Like right after the headlines, you have to leave.
Yeah. This is
Okay,
the time.
we're going to the airport.
Airport City, yeah. Airport Shell right there. Again,
Free flowing.
Yeah, looks pretty normal. Pretty, gosh, you wouldn't believe it's the same road that is almost impassable at rush hour.
Yeah,
you know?
true. Sometimes it hurts when you imagine that it is like this. But the previous evening, you were in it for like 2-3 hours.
Like
Yeah.
I know. Timing, terrible. All right, then, where should we go?
Almighty Tetekwashi.
Of course.
6:41 a.m. Let's check out how it looks like. Okay, so here we go in a bit on your screen, and then we'll look at the newspapers. We've got some interesting stories. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This is perfect.
I know, right?
Oh, no.
Oh, somebody updated it. Oh. That update has broken many hearts.
This is real. This is real. This one doesn't shock me.
Yeah. Coming from Medina is mad this morning, as you can well imagine.
Yeah.
That is just not moving. And but coming from Tema looks all right. Going to Tema looks fine too. Yeah. Do you know, I always wondered why this much bigger roundabout is not called Circle, and the little one.
It's called Circle.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, fascinating. Well, that's what's cooking at Tetekwashi, and it ain't cuckoo. Okay then, so let's do that New Burma Camp Road. This will be our last one, I think. Let's have a quick peek, see how it's looking this morning. Ah, look at that. Yeah. Oh, dead silent, even after the update. Ekoye, use it now before it becomes mad. Of course, now that I've said use it now, if everybody uses it.
Okay, so it's just some few minutes to 7. This is your best time to cross these roads right now, if you use these roads to get to your final destination. Otherwise, you know what to do. you know that you're going to be late, so call your boss.
That's right. And once you make the call, you can relax, okay? Don't feel you have to break traffic rules. Just take your time, get there when you can, and have a productive day.
All right, if you're outside Accra and you're coming into the city, well, these are very familiar roads, and these are obviously roads that they are linking roads as well. So now you know how it looks like. All the best, good luck on the roads today. Let's hit into the newspapers and tell you what the newspapers are reporting. I have the Daily Graphic newspaper. There's a very interesting story in the paper, one that, well, gradually we will be getting there, right? Court punches ICGC Crossroad Ministries branches over excessive noise making. Somebody will be saying hooray right there.
I will say hooray.
Like some of the churches make too much noise, man.
I will say a massive
noise.
hooray. You know, for me, it's not even about some people make too much noise. There are laws about how much noise you can make in a built-up environment, in a residential area. The law exists. So any person or institution that breaks it should be brought to book.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't matter whether it's a church. I don't understand this idea that if a church breaks a law, it's okay. Like I don't get the logic that leads us there.
It's like you're afraid that God will strike if you did something.
But God is a God of laws. He makes laws for us. You know, so he is somebody who, well, he's not a body, he's not somebody, but God is a being that expects us to follow laws.
I know, right? Okay, so when we get into details, I'll tell you how this was arrived at. But let's go back to the front page of the Daily Graphic. Vigilante groups to be banned. Ambrose Dery tells short commission. Mr. Ambrose Dery, a picture of him, Minister of the Interior, speaking at the commission hearing yesterday. Picture by Innocent Owusu. And in the process, oh my God, like, okay, let's not go there right now. We'll leave it. We'll come back. We'll come back to it. Bono Ahavo, to be known as the Bono Region, and go and sin no more. Speaker advises Kennedy Japan. That story is in the paper today. It was in our news a while ago. Back page. Pope Jones Senior High School celebrates Vows Day with blood donation. That story is on the back page of the paper. Good morning to Father Raphael. Also, police visibility unit to be revitalized, according to the IGP. Center spread of the Daily Graphic. Government sensitive to street children's plight, according to the Vice President. Security agencies have new antidote to vigilantism, according to the IGP. So why do they all seem worried, complaining, and they all say it's their biggest challenge? And it's so heartbreaking when you hear the National Security Minister say that. Then you know, gee, who is supposed to be solving the issues for us when everybody is complaining and everybody is worried and everybody says it's our biggest challenge? Oh my God. Okay.
We'll come to it.
We'll come to it.
All right. More headlines. And the Ghanaian Times has these. Big picture of the IGP on the front page. We'll deal with vigilantes. IGP charges and calls on political parties to denounce them. Really? Is that how they're going to deal with them? Somebody else should denounce them. And you know, new antidote. HSA. So the law was not an antidote enough. Okay. Police branded vehicle not for police. Interior Minister says. Wow. NSC deploys 60-man team to Ayawaso West Wogon. Brian Achampong declares. Security operatives did not shoot anyone. Kandapa. Okay. Shall I do a few more so we can run through them quickly? Okay. Daily Guide has Ayawaso Commission. Guns fired in NDC man's house. Deal with your own Galamsey menace, Chinese envoy says. It's like today's headlines are designed to annoy. Okay, police and military charge on vigilantism. And there's a picture of the IGP throwing a very smart salute. I don't know, this might not mean anything, but the IGP just throws the nicest salutes. He looks so official.
Does?
Honestly, there's a picture on the front page of the Daily Guide.
He's a police officer. He's a gentleman.
Some police officers, when they throw salutes, they look like comedians, you know. But this man, oh gosh. Oh, I'm on the military service.
Yeah?
And what am I talking about?
This is police,
yes. And I was very deliberate in my choice of words.
Okay.
The police IGP salute. Oh,
Yeah.
Mamukondo military service.
Okay.
Okay.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, I don't want to be a police officer.
Let's do the Finder newspaper front page. Kidnappings and abductions in 2018. Alarming 35 cases unresolved. Wow. Aker Energy Ice IPO after submitting Ghana oil field plan in March. EU includes Ghana on dirty money in quotes, blacklists. Dr. Baumia shows love to underprivileged kids and adults on Val's Day. One of the very touching stories for me yesterday, even as I was reading it, especially his choice of words. He ended with, you know, we love you. Like, we just want you to know that we love you. Yeah. Because today's Val's, everybody's saying I love you, I love you. Who is saying I love you to you?
To them, exactly.
2,000 businesses to receive seed capital from NEIP in 2019. As the Chief Executive Officer, Mr. John Kuma, a picture of him along with the headline. That's it for the Finder. Okay,
I'll do a couple more. The Statesman first. Sam George bikers triggered Ayawaso West Wuogon excesses, according to Kandapa. A comedy show. German minister lauds Ghana's impressive economic progress. Greedy Mahama has no vision, and this is according to this newspaper from one of the ambassadors appointed by John Mahama, Ambassador Daniel Osei, and he is cautioning NDC delegates with this. All right, Ghana's oil production to hit 500,000 barrels in 2024. That comes with a picture of Kenuforiata wrapped warmly in a scarf. That looks like a Manchester United scarf, but I'm not going to say anything else. Right, Herald newspaper. Many lies cited in Security Minister's testimony. Uses coded words and blames media at gun violence probe. Education Minister summons Ho, Technical University Vice Chancellor and others. 8,000 teachers under double track threaten strike action. Canada, Japan and others cast doubt on sexy Don Don's involvement in JP's murder. Okay, all right. Let's see what's in the Daily Dispatch. Man who slapped Sam George identified, according to Kandapa. God. National security deployed masked men, according to Brian Achampong. Police has identified 10 vigilante groups from NPP and NDC. They are all illegal, according to the IGP. And Kennedy Japan apologizes to Parliament. Look, I think this is a snapshot of our nation. This is a snapshot of the stand-up comedy that is Ghana. Okay, we'll come back to it. Back page. Okay, no new stories there.
Let's do the Ghanaian Observer newspaper, shall we? Front page. Okay. John Mahama is money conscious, according to a former appointee. Baumia shows love to street kids on Val's Day, describing IGP as useless pig and quotes unprofessional. So retracts and apologize. Police to Manasseh. Yeah? Okay, Germany hails Ghana's impressive economic progress. And my men did not shoot NDC boys, according to Kandapa. Okay, they say Kandapa fires. So reading exactly what I see on the front page of the Ghanaian Observer.
His men didn't shoot, but he's firing.
Back page, we've got some sports stories that you can check out. Okay, all right. Okay, let's end here. Let's go into the story. I mean, it's.
Are you ready for some high blood pressure this morning?
No, I'm not. I'm just observing. It's the second day of the hearing today. So today the Electoral Commissioner will appear, and I think Director of Operations of the Ghana Police. So we'll continue to get, insights.
Honestly. It
was very revealing yesterday.
All right, so the man who slapped Sam George has been identified.
Okay.
This is according to our National Security Minister.
Did he slap him or he beat him up?
Well, he first started with a slap, so I guess slap is also accurate in addition to beating him up.
Which of them? How about the person who ran from behind to attack him?
I don't know, but a man has been identified as having slapped a member of Parliament of the Republic of Ghana.
Okay.
That man has not been arrested, though.
Okay.
And this is coming from our National Security Minister. From a member of the... Look,
so,
you see, sometimes we forget, we put aside the theory, but everything we do is based on a certain theory. The executive is to be checked by the legislature, right? So Parliament is to check the executive. The executive reports to Parliament. Kandapa reports to Parliament. We are told he has never done that before, by the way. There's no report anywhere of him, which the Constitution says he must do, but he has never done it. So you, Kandapa, you report to Parliament. Your bosses, one of them has been slapped. The person who slapped him, you know him, but you haven't arrested him. But you are still at post, and the president who appointed you has expressed no displeasure in the quality or lack thereof of your work.
Well, isn't that why this commission was set up? Because otherwise, he had not even spoken. We wouldn't have known. We haven't heard Ambrose Dery speak the way that he did yesterday. So everybody telling Brian Champon not the way that he did yesterday.
Mama,
so
we knew
maybe
that
this is what the commission was supposed to do.
Mama, we knew that nobody had been arrested for beating Sam George. We knew that. What we didn't know was that the Minister for National Security was aware of who this person is, and the person still hadn't been arrested. That's what we didn't know. But we knew no one had been arrested. Sam George has been to the police station. He's made a police report. If something had come out of it, we would have known that somebody had been arrested. Nobody has been arrested. We knew that. We just didn't know that the National Security Minister was also aware.
Maybe they were waiting for the commission to begin its work so that they would tell us.
The commission was announced just last week. When did the violence happen?
Waiting for the commission, then they'll tell us the way they've done. Yeah.
Okay, this is how the blood pressure is going to happen.
No.
Okay.
Cool off.
Okay, National Security deployed masked men, according to Brian Champon. And I don't know if you listened to Brian Champon. I don't know if you did. Hey, Ihadu.
No comments.
Okay. So
if you want to quote him, just play him back.
Hey, can we do that? Can we do that? Save ourselves a bit of ulcer, and just play the man back. You decide for yourself.
Oh my God!
And not just him, please.
Let's say we're gonna have AM talk today. We're gonna have AM talk today.
Let's hear Mr. Kandapa and Brian Champon.
Andrew Ejafa Mesa is on our show this morning alongside Abraham Amalaba. They're both lawyers, by the way. We'll have great interaction and do analysis on what transpired yesterday, first day of the hearing. Talk about Parliament as well.
Okay, shall we watch it quickly?
You wanted to quote who?
In fact, both of them, Kandapa and Brian Champon. Right. So look, let it flow. Let me sit back. Obima Munsu. Here are our ministers.
The intelligence they received suggests that some undesirable materials were being sent to a particular warehouse, and they had extensive details on that intelligence, and it included weapons, which they were concerned about.
And were they successful in retrieving these weapons? I mean, the SWAT team.
It is a question that I have asked them almost 1,000 times in the last 1 week. If they had intelligence and they had surveillance in the last 24 hours before the 31st, and they had actually had a confirmation of that intelligence because they had gunshots coming from inside the house, then just by the mere numbers of the people that they claim were there shouldn't have stopped them from going further to enter the property to ensure that the reason why they had been surveilling for 24 hours was complete. Apparently, when they fired the warning shots and everybody was running away, the gate of this warehouse was locked. They only managed to arrest 9 people in front of the gate. So they didn't enter the property, which I think that it was faulty. They should have gone in and completed their mission. If they go in and they don't find weapons, at least I would have been satisfied that they actually went into the property, searched the property, and it was safe for me to sleep at night. They did not enter the property. When they fired the warning shots at the gate and arrested 9 people, they aborted the mission and sent the 9 to the police station. I think that they should have completed the mission. They did not. So I can conclude that they were not successful. Success doesn't mean that they would have found weapons. It meant that the target was identified, they would have moved in, they would have searched the property extensively. And that alone for me would have been success, but they did not.
You know what? We'll play Kandapa later.
Well, you know what it is from that presentation. So the inputs, what we're saying, the mission. You know, because we've heard, and it was all through yesterday, even before yesterday, that it was a tip-off, that they got, and that's why they went the way they did to the location. I'm using their words, but there's no evidence to show that. So he's just telling you that, you know, my men went. After all the showdown, we actually didn't even enter the facility, so we've got nothing to show for the action. Now
you are absolutely right. So let's put it in perspective. The national security apparatus of our nation, first of all, has a force of armed men. According to our Minister for National Security, some of those armed men are political vigilantes. That's what he said.
They are informants.
Okay, the headline is here.
They are informants, right?
No, he says some of them are in the what's it called? They have found their way into the force.
Nice.
Yes, political vigilantes from the MPP, none from NDC, all from MPP. Okay. 60 of them were sent to enter one house.
It's a warehouse.
The man lives in a warehouse. The person who wants to be an MP,
the word they use is a warehouse.
Okay, so 60 of them were sent to enter a warehouse.
Yes, sir.
A warehouse which is occupied by an opposition candidate in a by-election happening that
maybe
day.
the warehouse shares wars with the candidate.
I can't do maybe. I'm only doing what they said. This is what they said. 60 men, including political vigilantes, were sent to this warehouse because they heard there were arms there.
No.
They've gone, 60 of them have gone there. They couldn't enter the place.
No, they gave warning shots.
I was coming there. So 60 men who, according to Kandapa, are not armed. That's what he said, though. They are not armed. But they gave warning shots with their fingers.
Oh my
and
God.
Then they were not able to enter the place that these 60 men had been sent to go into because there are arms there. They were not able to enter. So we don't have any arms. But here's the best part. They say that the people in the house fired first. And then they gave warning. No, I don't understand. You are warning who? You give warning shots at who? Like, do you get the absurdity of this
Should
thing?
we go to myjoyonline.com?
Please, wait. Don't go yet. And then we hear that
Benedict is here back from
So we hear that they didn't complete their mission. These 60 men.
The mission was
60
aborted.
60 men. They didn't complete their mission. They stopped to go and slap MPs. So they weren't able to finish the mission. So we don't actually know whether and by the way, this is intelligence, national security. You have heard that there is a warehouse and there are guns there.
They had monitored for 24 hours.
You have monitored it for 24 hours and you don't know that it's not a warehouse, it's a house. After 24 hours of monitoring.
It's a warehouse, lah.
But we know it's not a warehouse, right? Mama B, we know.
They say it's a warehouse.
Mama B, stop that. We know that it's not a warehouse. We know that we had our reporter there. Roland Walker was there. So it wasn't a warehouse. So after 24 hours of monitoring, our national security apparatus was not able to decipher between a house and a warehouse. After 24 hours of looking at it.
Mission was aborted.
No, I'm talking about the monitoring. Before the mission was aborted, the mission went there and got aborted. They stared at a house for 24 hours and couldn't tell whether it's a warehouse or a house.
Fred Potiphar and Michaela Richter Anderson I think we should go to myjoyonline.com. What you say?
Let's go to myjoyonline.com. This matter.
We'll come back on this issue. Hey. We'll come back. We'll come back right after sports and have great analysis of yesterday's hearing. Absolutely, or definitely. But let's go to myjoyonline.com. Let's check out. Okay, here's myjoyonline.com. Ghanaian scientists identified precursor seeds as potent natural fungicide. Is it? All right, you can read details of that on myjoyonline.com. Also on the page, Pentecostal and Charismatic Council threatens a nationwide demo over vigilante groups. The effects of the use of mobile phones on second cycle students in Ghana. It's a study you can read on myjoyonline.com. Kofi Olomide faces 7-year jail term over Paris sex assault. Okay. There are some photos. Okay, this was before the dinner dance, but it happened. We'll bring you the aftermath of that dinner dance with Kojo Entry. National security yet to find suspected weapons in NDC politician's house. There's a video. Why is Ekufuado silent on men's goals? Stoneboy wonders. Oh. Go and sin no more. Speaker reprimands Kennedy, Japan. All right. Osafo Mafo blasts Mahama for painting Ghana black to diplomats. But this is not the first time that this is happening. Hello, y'all. Okay, so lots of stories. Everything that's happening is like, is it deja vu, they say it? Like you've experienced it before, you've heard it before, except that the players seem different. It's like either a killer or blue man, you know, depending on where you stand. But like it's a show that we've seen happening over and over and over again. Oh, this story in the Daily Graphic about the court punishing 2 churches over excessive noise making, page 16, maybe sometime, but you can read about it. The Hacho branches of the International Central Gospel Church and the Crossroad Community Church Ministries have been ordered by the Accra High Court to pay damages of 40,000 Ghana cedis to 2 residents of the area for excessive noise making and for being a nuisance. So the 40 divided by 2. 2024 each. In a judgment, the court presided over by Mrs. Justice Novisi Afua Ayene held that the 2 churches breached building regulations by using a property situated in a residential area for worship without authorization, and that their noise level was excessive and violated the regulations of the Environmental Protection Agency. Some of the laws work, apparently. Okay, details of that, check it out.
No, sometimes the laws work.
Okay.
All right.
We're going for sports. We'll come back and settle down with Andrew Ejapa Mesa. He's on the Privileges Committee. I think he's vice chair, yeah? Okay, so he will tell us a lot more about Go and Sin No More. Was that in the report? Is that what was adopted? Okay, then we'll talk about the other matters as well. Kojo?
I'm speechless.
You are hyper, so go and have some coffee.
I need it.
Ghana
no,
coffee.
Not coffee. Yeah. Water.
And watch Mesa and Abraham Amalaba.
I leave them in your capable hands.
Here. We don't want you.
I won't even come close to you people. I'll leave them in your capable hands. All right, that's all to come. But first, sports.